Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video talking about how to propagate plants from cuttings in the genus Crassula. This is very easy to do, and I'm sure you'll get it down in no time. So to do a cutting, you're going to basically need three things, maybe four. You're going to need some sort of substrate that you're going to grow the plant in. In greenhouses, actually, when they do cuttings, a lot of times they will use just vermiculite, so just something really coarse. But you can just use soil, especially for these. These are really easy to grow cuttings. You know, if you're doing other plants, then yeah, you're going to want the right coarseness to allow for drainage and stuff. This actually I got probably, I don't know exactly where I got the soil from, but it's most likely from either one of my bonsais, or actually it also might be from a cactus or succulent soil that I got. And so it's pretty coarse to begin with, so this is fine for what you're going to do. You're going to need some sort of blade that you're going to do the cutting with, and you're going to need water, of course, and then I've had huge success with this. I would highly recommend you guys doing this. It makes your life a lot easier with cuttings. This is a rooting hormone. It's garden safe, take root, and I got this from my local hardware store. It was kind of spendy, but I've had it for, I don't know, probably about at least 2 years, and it's still got quite a bit left. So it is, and it works very well. It's, you know, to help with it helps to hurry the rooting process, and also helps to curb infection that could ruin the cutting. So, this is going to be hard to do one-handed. Basically, what I was going to do, and what I'll still try to do, is to do a cutting and show you guys. Alright, well, let me start. I have this that I brought in, and it just rained, so everything's kind of wet, but this is some sort of Crassula, I'm pretty sure. Looks like an actual type of jade plant. I got it as a sedum, in a thing of sedum at a Fred Meyer's, but yeah, it's not really a sedum, I don't think so. Anyways, it works basically the same as Crassula. It works basically, you know, the cutting's the same. So these were actually all cuttings, and it's really hard to tell from the video, I'm sorry about this, but this is one of those containers that has the separate growing containers, different sections, cells if you will. And so I planted one little cutting into each one, which I think there are 6. Yeah, there are 6. So, and this is all from 6 really pretty small cuttings, and this is probably, I planted this maybe in February, so it's getting close to, you know, 8 months, maybe, pretty close, around there. And so, I mean, that seems like a long time, but in plant terms, that's quite prolific growth, honestly. And a lot of this was just from this summer, because it's been very hot and sunny, which, of course, succulents do really well in, most of them anyways. And so if you look at this, I'm not sure if you can see, but I mean, you can kind of see little hair-like things poking out. Those are all like aerial roots. Those are all places where if you cut off the plant at and put it in the ground, stuck it in the ground, it would pretty much just root and grow a whole new plant. And so, actually, this was from that pot that I just showed you, this fell off. And so this is probably the size of one of the cuttings that I took, except for mine was probably even smaller. Didn't have such a long stem. So this is going to be a lot easier. And this already has some roots, which is very good. So basically, what you would want to do if you were to take a cutting, which I'll try to do this one-handed. I'll plant that one too, but I want to show you guys how to actually, how I do my cuttings. So when I get a lot of growth, I usually just take when a plant has a lot of growth that it really doesn't need. That's when I do a cutting. As I just find something like a really healthy part of the plant that's kind of excess, and I look and see that right there, that could be really good for a cutting. These two are pretty healthy, and so I'm just going to go pretty much as far down as I can on the stem, and please remember I'm doing this one-handed. So, and then I'm going to try to angle this. You usually want to kind of do an angled cut just so you can get more surface for growing roots. But I've also heard that can be bad because it also expands the area that is vulnerable for infection. But I haven't had any problems with infections, so that's what I've been doing. Not sure if it's status quo, but it's not too bad. Alright, so as you can see, it kind of has like a 45-degree angle cut, and this actually already has some roots too. So basically, what you want to do with the cutting is this is what I do, is I take this, and these are already pretty wet, but what you can do, and what it suggests on the rooting hormone, is to spray it, and that just allows the rooting hormone to stick better. And then you stick it in, tap off the excess, and then what I do is I poke a hole, and I stick it in. And you can always readjust it and replant it if you really need to. And then for this one, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do this, stick it in, tap off the excess, poke a hole, and there you go. And within, I'd say about a month, definitely within 2 months. It depends on the conditions and everything. There are different factors, but relatively quickly, you should be able to tell when it's rooted, because it'll just kind of like, it won't, just pull out of the ground like that. It will have some stress. I'm not sure if stress is the right word, but and then what I would normally do is just kind of mist it, and there you have it. That's pretty much how you do a cutting. So real quick, I just wanted to show you some cuttings that I've taken. And so these are from the same plant. It's actually amazing. I started off with a few of these plants, just from that sedum thing, and it has multiplied so many times over. I have so many of these plants. It's really pretty amazing. I'm going to move here because it has better lighting. And so these ones they're small, but they're pretty cute. Honestly, I like the size right now. If they could just get maybe if the stem or trunk or whatever could get a little thicker, that would be cool. And so you can tell these ones are rooted because I'm pulling on it and I'm tugging on it, and you can tell it's rooted because it's not like being uprooted, if you know what I mean. It's not coming out. You can tell there's something holding it there. And there's a little baby right there. Okay, you can kind of see it's a little green thing right there. Anyways, oh wait, hold on. And so that's that. So that's Crassula. I don't know the exact species. At least I think that's Crassula. I'm pretty sure. And then this is the Crassula ovata, the Golem Jade. I did a video on this before. And these are not really cuttings. They're just leaves. Leaves that just kind of fell off of this plant right here. And so I just kind of stuck them on the ground or in the soil, and they just grew. They just grew. So I really wish I could get better lighting, but if you can tell, okay. But yeah, you can see there's one leaf there, and then there's one little plant, and then there's over to the right. That's where a little kind of like tree thing is coming up, and the camera really does not do it justice because it is really adorable. Like, honestly, it's really cute. You know, it's kind of like more cute than some baby animals are. Definitely more cute than baby humans. But anyways, so I guess this is just to show that you can really do cuttings from really anything. Fun fact. Not really a fun fact, but quick tip. Honestly, if you want to do it this way, you can just take off a leaf and put it on the ground, and it will most likely grow a plant. It will most likely root. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it for this video. This video is pretty long. I'm sorry about that. The intro was longer than I wanted it to be. So, basically, I think that's basically how you do a cutting. And so I hope you found this informational, full of information, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. You know, it's all good. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.